Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Fulham. Now we are nearly at episode 30, and that is quite a bloody lot of episodes. Now then, if you've been enjoying the series, feel free to leave a like on the video so I know that you're still enjoying it. We are on the first day of the Premier League season. We'll obviously skip forward quite a lot because we've had the giant transfer window. Now, we weren't given as much money as I kind of hoped I was hoping we'd have like a little bit more to play with. Although in truth, we perhaps didn't need it. It just would have been nice to have the option. This episode is mainly going to be about signings, and frankly, it won't take long for me to talk you through those signings because there's basically only been two. However, I feel they're massively important signings for us, and things that could really set us up for the season. We obviously are in the Champions League this season. I don't know who we've been drawn against. That hasn't happened yet because the lower stages are still happening. But I know that when we are drawn, we're going to be probably one of the most difficult groups probably, because we are going to be the lowest seeds in the competition, I think. Well, I assume we must be, because we've got no European pedigree other than that one season where we reached the Europa League final, and that was a while ago. So I don't think that even really matters when it comes to the coefficient that they use to calculate Champions League seeding. Anyway, we'll look at some of the friendlies as well, but there's not going to be a highlight game in this episode because there's no point really. They're only friendlies. We did have a pre-season tour of the United States, which was kind of interesting, which meant that we had a few friendlies were scheduled during that period as well, so it meant that we were fielding a very, very understrength team in those friendlies against the likes of Northampton. I think we still won them though, so pretty decent from us from that point of view. Anyway, let's go take a look at the signings we've made. There was only two of them, but my god, I think they're going to be important for us. Let's just move along here. Right, I'm going to talk about big money man here first. This is Fabio Bertolli. Now, yeah, he did come with a free bottle of olive oil, which was part of the reason. It sort of lubed the deal up a little bit. Now, he's not brilliant at the moment, but he's as good as Ryan Tunnicliffe, basically. And the reason I wanted to bring this guy in is because Scott Parker has, as you know, retired. And we needed a new player in that. Obviously, we didn't play Scott Parker much last season anyway, but I wanted to make sure that if we needed that position, we needed to have someone else in that position in case Mariga or Zuccolini got injured. And as it would so happen, that is exactly what has happened. So I will be showing you that too, because I think it's a pretty damn bad one. I'm fairly certain that Madonna Mariga is going to be out for about 3 months. I think it's a torn hamstring. He is going to be out for a while, which is why it's just as well we've got Fabio Bertolli. I'm not sure whether I'll start him or Tunnicliffe. Tunnicliffe had a great little spell in the team towards the end of last season, and I might give him a run out to start, but if he starts to slip away, then Bertolli will get right in there. He is only 19 years old. We paid quite a lot. We paid 11 million quid, or just under. It was like 10.8 or something, or 10.75 I think. He was at Braga last year, but this year he was from Napoli, although I believe they got him from Brescia. Yeah, they did. They've made a bit of profit on that, haven't they? He is a centre midfielder, and let's just take a little look at how well he plays the ball-winning midfield role. Now, I'm going to put on support because support is just the defender on with passing added. Look at this. Determination, 19. Teamwork, 18. Work rate, 16. Bravery could do with being a bit higher, but oh well. His aggression is pretty decent too. Tackling, 15. Passing, 15. Marking, that's a little worrying, but hopefully it's not too much and he can work on that. Stamina, 14, not bad, and he's not massively weak either, so I think he's got a lot of potential to be an amazing player for us, and he's 4.5 stars, which for us is star player. Star player. Now, yeah, you might have just seen that in the bottom corner now. This is I don't believe this. This is, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but Tony Trindade de Vilhena. Vilhena, I don't know. He plays for the Netherlands, but he is actually Angolan by birth, I believe. Oh no, he was actually born in the Netherlands, but he is part Angolan. That makes sense, right? Basically, I was doing some scouting and looking around for players that could just had certain attributes for certain positions, basically. And this guy popped up, and I saw he's 21 years old, and I saw that he had 4.5 stars now with potential of 5 stars. God knows what that actually means that he could be amazing. And I saw him and I thought, right, okay. But then I looked at the scout report. I got a scout report on him, and it said we could get him for like 200,000, and I was like, what? Because sometimes that's just a bit messed up when you actually try and bid on them. You get a request back of 40 million quid. But what I noticed is that on the scout report, his contract was up and he was refusing to sign a new deal. So I offered him a contract, and as you can see, he is on 71,000 a week, so he is our most highly paid player. But can you wonder at it? Look at this. Just wow. Anticipation 15, creativity 17, decisions 15, flair 17, off the ball 16, passing 17, technique 16, dribbling 16, first touch 15. And he's got some other, look, determination 19. Decent finisher as well. Can take a good free kick. He's got an alright, pretty decent long shot on him as well. Anything else that stands out? He's not bad work rate either. Pace is fast. Natural fitness is fit as hell. He's agile as hell. He's strong. The only thing he can't do is jump that much, and that means his heading isn't that great either, but he's never that. Just wow. I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of him in real life, but he looks like he's going to be one hell of a player someday. I don't know if he's been at Feyenoord this entire time, because that's who we got him off of. Yeah, he has. He's come through the Feyenoord Youth Academy, but refused to sign a new contract, and no one else came in for him. I don't know why. Actually, he only wanted 66,000 initially. I offered him 71,000 a week to try and put off any other suitors, so to speak, and there just weren't any. It was really strange. No one else wanted him. I don't know why it is. I can't think of him as having any kind of discipline problems, but I guess we'll wait and see. But he can play in that advanced playmaker role to, well, 4.5 stars. But you can also drop back and play, well, he's actually 4-star ball winning midfielder, so we won't really be trying to use him there. He's going to be a creative player. He's like Brian Ruiz on steroids. And I think Brian Ruiz also played for Feyenoord, didn't he? Or it was definitely one of the big, or was it RZ? Or Twente. I think it was Twente, actually. One of the Dutch sides. And yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very pleased with this signing because we got him on a free. Obviously, and the agent fee was only $500,000. And that was nothing compared to what we've been paying. We've been paying $500,000 on some of our goddamn contract extensions. We actually only ended up with about 12 million in transfer budget. We've actually managed to get it extended a bit more due to the squad bonuses and whatnot. But I think I've spent it wisely on a new midfielder there. Plus, with him playing in that role, it means that now Odegaard can go out and play on his more natural position of the left, which actually frees up positions. Means Thomas Draga is now the backup to Trindade de Vilhena because, frankly, look at this guy. I can't wait to get him stuck into the team. He is just perfect for the role he's playing at this club. He also has a release clause in his contract of 31 million quid. So even if he was to get pipped off of us in a couple of years, 31 million quid would be the minimum, unless of course we accepted less. So there's a potential for some serious money to be made here. Now, just going to take a little look at the fixtures because that is all we've done in terms of signings. In terms of players going out of the club, we had quite a few depart us this year. Scott Parker obviously left. Lucci, Hoogland, Chihi, Gorgon as well. Lionel Cole, Ryan Williams, Mesker, Corley Woodrow. He just wasn't good enough. He was scoring lots of goals for lower league teams, but he just couldn't. I just didn't think he was going to be good enough for us. Sambu, Evans, Baba, Eisfeld as well. They've all been released, and that freed up another sort of a lot of wage budget, let's say. That freed up another 100 grand in wages, probably, which is why we've got no problems for wage budgets at the moment. Ian Foster, our youngster, that we signed, my youth man signed, has gone out to St Johnstone on loan. Jack Grimmer is at Cardiff, and we've got loads of other loans as well. Andreas Johansson, one of our young Swedes, is gone to Millwall. Scott Carter has gone to Scunthorpe, so it's good to see him going out. Gareth Bale has gone out to Swindon. James Hall to Cambridge. Brooklyn Beckham. We've managed to get him out on loan to Dagenham and Redbridge, which was kind of cool. I wasn't sure if we should give him a new contract, but I thought because he's D-Beck's son, we may as well keep him on. It was 250 quid a week or something. Ross Korvac's gone out on loan to Millwall again. His contract is up at the end of the year, and of course I will not be renewing it. He has certainly not been a success, but that might be because of the stats that he has on what he maybe has in real life, because of the way his performance at Leeds last season in real life was extremely good. So maybe he'll be better on FM15. Who knows? We won't be playing with Fulham on FM15, so I guess we won't really find out unless we try and sign him with another team. That is, players going out. So let's just take a look at the fixtures. No point in looking at stats because it's pretty much a non-it. Yeah. So we played Northampton and we had to put out a relatively weakened side, basically. The only reason that there's some slightly larger players is due to... Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, this must have been before the... What's the word? Goddamn, training camp. Yeah, it was before the training camp. But Paco Alcácer and Thiago Casasola with the goals for us. I thought I said Lewis Holtby for a second. Lewis Hornby got a goal back for them late on, but we managed to win the game pretty comfortably. Just trying to get the team back into learning the strategy. We got a draw away at Airdrie, which was a little bit disappointing, but it's a friendly, so who cares. Alcácer again on the score sheet, equalising for us in a game which we once again dominated. 25 shots this time. We then played PSG in a match that was televised, but we were never going to beat PSG. We didn't do bad, though. We had an alright go at it, but Lorenzo Insigne just, yeah, Insigne, or whatever it is. Yeah, it is Insigne, isn't it? Got 2 for them, and, well, we were never going to beat PSG, and we're going to have to start being able to play against these sort of sides if we're going to play them in the Champions League. Then we beat Ajax in a friendly, 2-0, so pretty decent result in a friendly. Berisha got us a goal, and David Strand, I think he might be 17 now, yeah, managed to get himself his first goal for Fulham, and he's going to be one hell of a player as well for us soon. He's already got a Sweden under-21 cap at the age of... He got that at the age of 16, so he's quality. Then we got ourselves a 1-1 draw with HSV, which is Hamburg, isn't it? Please don't have a go at me if that's wrong. It is Hamburg, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Ricky Van Wolf's penis actually put them in front, and then, well, Mitroglou doing what he does best. We're just having so many shots in these games. We just seem to be even more creative than we were last season. If we can start putting some more of these in the net, which I hope we will do now, things could get ugly for some of the Premier League sides. Then we have Besiktas in a friendly, and I'm pretty certain that a former Fulham player, Kerim Fry, plays for Besiktas. Don't know whether he was actually playing in this game or not. Oh, where are you? Ah, there he is. I don't know why he's on here as Karen Koyunlu, because I thought his name was Kerim Fry, or Fry. Is that listed as information? Yeah, okay. Oh, right, I see. Oh, why on earth Fulham let him go in real life, I will never know. He's a quality player. But that's one of those things. He did get on the pitch. Yeah, he did come on as a substitute, but Paco Alcácer again for Tunis and Dan Burn. And I'd like to point out that Dan Burn is now the Fulham captain. I figured that we needed someone that was strong. They were suggesting me Stekelenburg, but the problem with Stekelenburg is he's young, he's old, whereas Dan Burn is 24 years old, and he's going to be at Fulham for quite some time, and I feel that he would be a good man to have as captain. Stekelenburg is vice-captain, though, just in case, and we've got a whole list of other players that can step in. I didn't know you actually had a sort of backup list as well. I never noticed that many before, but I managed to fill that in with some decent players, so we don't just have any old person being captain in games where both of those would be absent. I can't think of many games where they both would be, but you never know. Finally, we won 5-0 at FC Brasov. And who got the goals? Paco Alcácer got himself 2 goals. He's had a brilliant pre-season. I've got to say, he's done brilliantly up front for us. I wonder if maybe this year we should start giving him some more game time. Mitroglou is going to get injured. Well, he didn't get injured last season, but he's going to get jaded because he's going to be playing a lot more football. So I'm thinking Alcácer could have a great season for us. Effie Ambrose got us a goal, and Thomas Draga and Kieran Trippier. Yours got picked up a knock, but it was nothing serious. I don't think it was anyway. I think it was only a few days. Now, we're obviously on the day of this Notts Forest game, but I just want to show you the injuries that we're dealing with at the moment. And there's the main one. Well, Berisha's out for a while as well, but Mariga is also going to be out until... He's going to miss at least another month and a half of play, which is not good at all. Now, as you can see, in the next episode, I might come back after the Newcastle game and just do a really small episode, because the Champions League draw will be in that episode, and I want to do an episode where we can talk about that and our predictions for it before we actually play the games, because otherwise, if we don't come back to the end of September, we'd have already played our first 2 group games, and that could be against Juventus or someone like that, or Real Madrid for all I know, and I want to make sure that we can do a little preview for that so we can see what we think of our chances before that comes along. Right, that's probably about that for this episode. If you've liked what you've seen, hit that like button. If you've liked it even more than that, hit the big old subscribe button, and until next time, guys, bye-bye.